Hello, everybody. It is me, Link 14, back in another episode of Minecraft Adventures. And if you guys remember yesterday, my for today it's also gonna be weird where I'm technically doing the recording, but since the audio cut out, I had to basically do a mic redo right now. So yeah, I'm doing this again, and trust me, it's not as fun as it is for you because I need to watch the whole video each time, and that pisses me off. So I'm just explaining what goes on each scene and maybe giving out some reactions I had when I was playing it. So, as you can tell, this map is a find your button or find the button kind of adventure map, and it's definitely interactive. So there's different choices. I don't know what they have in common though, and this is why I go through the different outfits. It's made by by the map creator, which you can obviously find in the description below. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much what I was doing here and explaining that. When you do download the map, I don't think you need to download the texture pack or resource pack because it's already in the map. At least that's what I can tell. You can easily tell just by looking at your hotbar, see little hearts in there, if the resource pack is working or not. If it's not, then it won't show up. And here I'm just trying the suit on. I'm like, this does not work for me. So I decided to try an actual suit. So eventually, yeah, it's basically what happened. And yeah. Um, Honestly, pretty much it. Now, I did have some struggles with this map because, as you know, finding your buttons maps I usually struggle with, but this one was even more so because, like, again, this is kind of an adventure interactive map, so it didn't really tell me anything. I was so confused of what to do that I was just like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I don't know. I had no idea what I was doing during this map, so I eventually just, had to search, not search it up. I just tried to figure it out, and eventually, after a couple hours, I figured it out. And you're gonna see the point where I lose my mind. But anyways, we're just gonna start the map here. It says Troy of your choice, and here we are, talking to our mom about Valentine's Day. So the task was to go to our room, of course. But I did not know is that apparently every time you step on a pressure tray, every single time the conversation keeps starting over and over again, and that eventually makes you go insane. And this is just there's nothing out here. I just wanted to go open the door. But yeah, um, so obviously this video is gonna be uploaded pretty late. Like it's not even gonna be uploaded on Valentine's Day. I tell you that right now. This video is already probably gonna be uploaded today as the time I'm recording this right now. So yeah, so this is when you go to your seat because Valentine's Day. Something most of the time you usually go to school, but for me this time it was actually at home because it was Lincoln's birthday, so I had no school. Pretty nice, huh? Now this is when the teacher's saying, "Hey, you gotta pick somebody to choose, or rather, you're forced to choose somebody." And so I went up there and pressed the button. And I accidentally took her clothes off, which is not okay, by the way. So just want to put that right there. But I kept doing that to a bunch of people, and it's only because I was trying to get the items off their hands. It was really hard. I'm not weird. So I was confused here. This is the part where I was just like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Because like there was no input of what to do. So first I was so confused with what to do. So I kept looking around, looking for some kind of button to press. I noticed that Papa Aluminum's, oh, sorry, I cannot pronounce his name right. Popular, and you know what I'm talking about, all right? The great Minecraft YouTuber, and Jen was right there too. And they actually played this map before, and I actually searched it up after I was done recording. But yeah, they played this map, so it's definitely a pretty good map. But just wanted to bring out that cool fact. So eventually I figured out that you had to press this button, and I got this. And that's where I got lost because there was no directions of what to do after that. After I pick up the note, I assumed you had to put her in her chest thingy. That didn't do anything. So that's when I just lost it, and I was confused with what to do. There was no instructions of what to do. I tried Xing, that didn't work. I assumed that you would just leave, knowing that, and that's it. I was so confused. I don't know. I had no idea what to do. So I could write through the dialogue thing with some kind of clue, but there wasn't anything. I was so confused. There was nothing that would give me anything to do anything. There was no instructions, no kind of hints, nothing. I was so confused. I just kept walking around. It was like, hey, do I give this to her or something? I had no idea. I was like, here you go. And I was like, oops, nothing happened. So I just get that back, and I start taking her shoes off. It gets weirder. Trust me, it gets weirder. It gets much weirder. Hold on. Sorry about that. Someone just barged in when I was trying to do this recording. I cannot believe I'm getting interrupted while doing a future recording session. That doesn't even make any sense. So this one, I finally, after taking off literally everything off of her, I can, I put her clothes back on. God, this is so wrong. Oh my God. So I found the switch there. I was like, well, okay, so this must have done something. I was like, oh wait, now I see what I was doing. I looked, sounded stupid, and then I realized I didn't do anything. So then I flipped it again, and I just kept flipping it over and over and over again. I literally just kept flicking it again and again. Still nothing happened. And to save you time, I'm just gonna skip ahead to when I eventually figured it out, alright? Alright, so this is where I finally figured out what to do after literally hours of me looking around, screwing with things. Eventually, I figured out that okay, first off, that switch didn't do anything. I just wanted to make sure it didn't. So first off, after doing that for some reason, apparently you're supposed to take her stick and whack the bookshelves to break them. I had no idea that was a thing. There was literally no clue of what that was supposed to do. I don't know how you're supposed to figure that out. It's like that's something I want to complain about. Okay, so I because a friend in the map creator said before I was doing it like um if YouTuber's gonna review this, the body's gonna see it. So if you do see this, then that's something I do want to bring up, all right? Because I don't want to be rude, because that's the last thing I want to do. Because this thing, I can tell this thing was a lot, was pretty hard to build. Like I'm not good at commands and all. I can tell that's pretty hard to do. Like I tried doing my own map before, and I think it was okay, but I didn't use commands like that. So I definitely think I shouldn't talk big, because I really shouldn't. But anyways, that's just something I want to bring up as something that you might want to fix if you have future apps like these. So then I very figured out like just to find a button to press. So there you go. And here we are at a shop. Now this is where you apparently have choices to pick, but for some reason they didn't really affect the story that much. So I'm assuming the right option is plushie. I only assume that because when eventually I clicked flower on accident after just screwing around with the game because I didn't know where to go at the end of the store, I eventually figured out that apparently that was a bad choice or that's a risky choice. And the plushie was just the most excellent choice. Yeah, it gets weirder, man. I started taking dude's pants off because I wanted his pants. He gets my crappy pants. um, now I look snazzy. So yeah, that's basically what happens. So this is where you find Valentine's Day card. With the choose. Now, I just chose a plushie just because I assumed that would be a good gift to give to a girl. Because if you give them chocolate, they might think you think they are fat. If you give them flowers, it might be risky chance because they might not like the type of flower you give them. They may be allergic to the flower. A plushie is just an easiest gift to give because everybody loves plushies. Who does not like plushies? I have a Sonic plushie right here on my desk. I have a Shota plushie. I have a Curry plushie. I have a Pikachu plushie. Speaking of Pikachu, that was the card I liked. I was like, wait a minute, this is a good card to pick. I started looking through all of them first of all to see if that really was the best one, and trust me, it was. But it ultimately doesn't matter because you'll see what happens near the end of what I did with that greatest card right there on the right. But actually, you'll see what happens with that greatest card. That card has a lot of history throughout the whole video that you're gonna see. So yeah, I eventually figured out this was the best card, so I just grabbed it. Then I was pretty much done. I just needed to get a plushie. So I don't know. I guess I just chose plushie. Like I don't know. I assumed just had to choose it. This is why I was just telling you guys what I said earlier about plushie being probably the best gift to give to a girl. So anyways, then I walked over here. For some reason, I walked over here just to see what the chocolate stuff would be. Then I walked over here. It's a plushie section, and I chose pretty good plushies. The one that was cheapest to me was this one, so I chose that one. I don't want to spend too much because I mean I know this is you don't actually pay any money for this game, but I'm still cheap as hell, even in video games. I do mean that. Every time I get something new, I always immediately sell it afterwards because I don't need it to get more money. I'm just like that in real life. So then I was like, okay, we're done. Now this is the part where I did not realize what to do again. I was so goddamn confused, and eventually there will be a point where I'm gonna have to take another pause, but it'll be a quick pause because the power of editing, where I can make things happen extremely fast. The reason why I didn't do another quick pause like earlier instead of to do editing is because every time I do that, Adobe, not Adobe, my OBS crashes. So that is not fun. And again, this is where I started missing. I don't know what to do, and I'm just gonna show you what I did right here. So here, be right back. Actually, no, I'll keep this going because eventually you'll see what I did with the presents I gave the girl. I was so confused. I started pressing the button. I was assuming I was supposed to do something, and it didn't. The clerk was just being an asshole. I don't know. I just kept messing around. And I was like, oh wait, maybe you can put your stuff in here and trigger something. So I just did that, and guess what? Nothing happened, and I lost those items. Literally nothing happened. No, I'm not kidding. Literally nothing happened. I was like, are you shitting me? I just lost those good gifts. So I'm just gonna cut ahead of what happened. All right. All right. After figuring out, apparently the button was on my freaking head. That just pissed me off so badly. But that was too clever for me to get that mad about it. So then I figured out okay where the button has to go. It's pretty obviously. So I tried getting the gifts back, but I couldn't. So I just had to settle with the card I already had on me and get another plushie before leaving, which I have in my inventory right there. So I just saved you some time of me looking around to figure that crap out. And eventually, here I am. Now I'm just getting ready for the next day, Valentine's Day. Obviously, you always feel nervous and actually push the pressure plate again because, of course, I did. Oh my god. This is. Uh. Okay. Freaking knowing what happens, I'm still mad. So I checked my inventory to make sure the button wasn't in my fucking head again. And I figured out she was actually holding it. I was like, okay, now this game's just getting weird when I started doing that. Okay, and this game is just getting freaking weird. Okay, I don't care. This is just weird. There you go. And then I just put it back. So yeah, and this is just a short scene for famous YouTuber, famous Minecraft YouTubers. Uh, you know, and here we are, just giving my gift to Katharina to celebrate Valentine's Day. And trust me when I say this is probably the best you're gonna get for Valentine's Day. At least for people like me who don't have anybody. And that is a sad thing I just said right now. Oh god. And I was like, okay. And that's pretty much it, really. This is where the map technically ends because I mean, I was a little lost because, like, okay, do I just give this to her or something? So I just did. And that was really it. I had no idea what I was supposed to do after this until I figured out, wait, maybe I had to get my gift from the chest. So I started looking around to see if there's some kind of button first. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Started looking at the patent gen, uh, you know, figures over there. And I was like, what do I do? Eventually, I figured out that by rereading the conversation right there, it said I had to check my thing, and I started, and I just realized, oh my god, it's the gift I would want: chocolate and a Valentine's Day card. And it was, what do you know? Of course, the Pokemon one. I choose you. So clever. I just love those things because I'm a nerd, and that's why I am. You know this channel by now that I am a nerd, and I do not take some shame out of that. That is just absolutely true. I was so happy. I was like, wait, this is the actual card I wanted. So I just gave back her gift before leaving the map. That's pretty much where the map ends. Now I do apologize um, for these two videos being no audio. I'm gonna fix the audio definitely beforehand. I have no idea why it was being a piece of crap earlier. OBS is just sucking right now. They need to freaking do some kind of update to fix it because this is pissing me off. Luckily, I didn't record any more videos in OBS after I found this out, but I am pretty mad about it. And this is where the map ends. You know, it just shout out to the creator. There's his Twitter right there. You want to check him out and talk to him, say and see how things are. I absolutely do recommend trying this map out for fun or for friends, whoever. Maybe your loved one. Maybe your loved one can enjoy this one. I don't have one, but hey, we're not the same, are we? That's a quick spectator of the whole map, what was going on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, I do plan on checking out new adventure maps soon. I'm not sure which one's gonna be the next one, but it's gonna be definitely a pretty good one. I'm not sure what it will be though, because there's a lot of good adventure maps, but I'm trying to do ones that aren't incredibly long because those are because most people don't usually aren't that interested, and I don't blame them because I don't really get that far with them, and it usually ends in failure. So I don't blame you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.